If you would like to know how I make this yummy, fluffy, yummy, crunchy on the outside puff puff, so watch this video to the end. I'll share with you some tips on how I ensure that my puff puff is crunchy on the outside and fluffy on the inside. So let's go there. Can you see how brown my puff puff is looking? If you've not subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe and like this video so I wish you share with me everyday life, inside my life, and every other thing. So at this point, I'm currently frying the puff puff that I've mixed. And one thing I do is whenever I'm mixing my puff puff, one thing I do is I ensure that it's not too runny and it's not too thick. It's just in between, okay? So that's how I actually achieve it to be fluffy on the inside and to be crunchy on the outside. And I ensure that my oil is hot. It's hot, like to the extent that my puff puff not soak oil. So I ensure that my oil is hot and then I start putting the puff puff mix very fast so as to cool down the oil. That's another tip number two that I do. I said the first one is I ensure that my puff puff mix is not running, and the second one I do is that I ensure that my oil is hot. When it's very very hot, I'll try to put the batter or the mix faster into the oil so as to cool down the oil, okay? So another thing that I also do is that most time when I'm trying to bake, I add I add little yeast and little baking powder. Baking powder make it to give that crunchy. You can see how it's looking so crunchy on the outside. When looking at this puff puff, you know that it's going to be definitely crunchy. So I add little baking powder and little yeast. When you do this, oh my god, you take your puff puff from 0 to 100. When you try it, please drop a comment and tag me to your post, tag me to whenever you try this recipe, so that I would also share your story with others. If you try this, or if you'll be trying this, drop a comment. I also want to read from you. Can you see how fluffy is looking and how soft is looking? At this point, I thought I actually recorded the complete recipe, but I'm so sorry that I did not record the complete recipe. So if you want to get the complete recipe of this puff puff, drop a comment and I'll make either a different video, or I would just drop the recipe of how I made this puff puff. At the end of this day, I think in total I got about 25 pieces of puff puff, because I just wanted to make it for my children, because they'll be going out and I don't like buying all these snacks for them. I love doing it myself. And if you're a mom, I also want to learn this as a side hustle, I want to learn how to make this for your children, also drop a comment. I will share with you everything. I don't hold knowledge here. Can you see how fluffy it's looking? So I will share with you how you can do this and how you can make money from puff puff business. Some person will say it's not a business for me because I make dresses. With time, I'll show you most of the dresses that I make for children, but this is just like something I do on the side, okay? If you've not subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe. My name is Precious and I'd love to have you to be part of this family. If you are coming from my former channel, please subscribe. If you just see my video for the first time, kindly subscribe to this channel. I'm sharing a lot of tips, a lot of insider fun things you're going to share on this channel. This channel is strictly fun activities I do with my friends and all that. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Can you see how crunchy this puff puff looks? It looks so crunchy. I wish I can share with you so you can just have a bite or a taste of it. But not to worry, I'll share the recipe with you if you are interested, and then you also try it. Bye for now. I'll see you in my next